Hello, everybody. Welcome back to G Bears Off Gridways, Homestead in the Desert. And today is October 11th or 12th or somewhere around there. I'll look it up and put it in the title so that you know what day it is, and I'll know what day it is. Anyway, 2019. All right, so today we're going to take a trip to the past, and I mean way past, way back to when I shot a video about building a high gain TV antenna or two. But I have a subscriber named Robert Klein who wanted a little bit of information on building the antenna. And in particular was the size of the rods that I used from the level blinds, which are the control rods that go through the blinds so that when you pull on the chain or twist the little handle, that's the part that rotates inside and turns all the blinds one way or the other. Okay, so anyway, I did tell them that the size of those was a 1/4 inch, but I think some of them are actually 3/16 inch, which is the same as this aluminum rod here, although theirs will have a couple of ribs in it because that's what the gear grabs onto and the little plastic piece grab onto that can so that it can grab onto them and turn the gear. All right, but I had bought this 3/16 rod for something, I forget what, and I figured I could use this as a test sample to show you how that bender works, as he wanted to know about the bender I used to make those nice 90-degree bends in aluminum rod without breaking them. Nice, neat rod. Okay, so I posted it on my video once before. I showed them briefly, but let me show you what they are. It's these things. It's a 2-piece bender unit, and they have magnets on them. As you can see, that just sticks together. I'm not going to put the two magnets together because they clang really hard. But there's some pretty good hard, heavy-duty magnets. Okay, and this one has these this sharp male end on it, and it's in 3 pieces. There's a 1-inch, a 2-inch, and a 3-inch piece. So you can loosen the set screws here, and you can take out whatever one you want. So if you're doing small bending on smaller pieces of metal to make a box or something like that, you'll be able to do it. Okay, and this one just has a 90-degree channel in it, but it does have a hollowed out base right there so that the metal doesn't squash up against the bottom while you're doing your bend. All right, so how do these work? Here we go. Bring this up a little bit so you can see the vise. Well, what you do is these things have these little shoulder pieces on them right there. So they set on a vise. So we're going to put this one right there and kind of center it. All right. Then the other one goes on the other jaw. All right, just like that, right across from it. So let me get this in a little bit closer to where I can work and you can see. There we go. So I already made one bend in this one, as you can see, but I'm going to do a bend on the other side in the opposite direction. So what you do is you open your vise up to where your piece fits in there. You set it to where you want to make your bend, and then all you do is start tightening the vise. And as you can see, it'll start bending the metal. And it does a nice job, even on soft aluminum. You don't want to go too fast because that stresses the metal. So you're just going to go on a nice, even, steady pressure, and you get it to where you want it. And I'm going to stop it at just about 90 degrees, right about there. All right, now you can loosen your vise. And there's your perfect 90-degree bend. Nice and clean on the outer edge. And on the inside, it's only got a little dimple from where the sharp edge of the male side pressed into it. So that's the tool I use. Now, I bought that at Harbor Freight Tools. Oh, God, it's got to be back in the mid-90s. 95, 96, somewhere around back then. So I've had it for a while. I have not seen this in the store, but that doesn't mean that they don't still make it or it isn't still available. You can check their website out, see if it is. There are no numbers or anything like that that'll help you on this thing. As you can see, I'll rotate it around slowly. There's no numbers on any parts of it. And say on this one, all they have is a made in China sticker right there. And I'm amazed that sticker stayed on all these years. But other than that, there's nothing on here for a name or a part number or anything like that. But knowing what it looks like and having this video as a reference, so you can go into the store and get a store manager and say, I'm looking for this thing, and show him this video, and then he might be able to help you with locating one or ordering one for you or finding out if they still make them or not. I'm not going to do that because I don't need another one. This one works fine. And I have bending brakes of all types. I got the jaw type like this. I've got the type that do sheet metal. This big red one that's buried underneath all the stuff right here. You can see the end of it over there. That's a big sheet metal brake. And I think that one is 48 inch. So I can do large sheet metal bending on that one. And I have a couple of small bench types of the same type and so forth and so on. So yeah, I don't really need another one, so I'm not going to go do the research of finding another one. If you do want to get involved in making products like this, he wants to make some and help out some poor people that don't have TV or can't afford cable or something like that. He wants to help make some TV antennas to help them out. So his name is Robert Klein. You can probably look him up on YouTube, and if you want to help him out, help him out. That's about all I can say about it, and we'll go from there. I don't know. Hey, Robert, are you related to Calvin Klein? All right, just kidding. That's about all I have for today. I'm going to go inside, sit down and relax for a little while. I've been cleaning up here. The winds have been blowing again. I went in the garden, took care of my garden stuff, and one of my neighbors stopped by. Letty stopped by and visited for a while here. And I had some apples from my friends Steve and Sharon's house, and I shared some apples with her, so she got some of those, and I gave her a small jar of pickle slices that I had pickled last week. So everybody's happy. And I got a lot more apples I've got to get processed. So I'm going to make some more of those apples in light syrup and with cinnamon, and then I'll also make some more of the candy. Excuse me. I'll make some more of the candy, which is the butter toffee brittle with chocolate chips. And I will probably do a video on that so that everybody can try it themselves. But I'll have to warn you, I'm not responsible for the extra pounds you're going to put on, because that chocolate chip brittle is addicting. It will hook you. You cannot just eat one piece. It's worse than a Lay's potato chip. All right. That's it. Everybody, don't forget, Give me a thumbs up down there, please. Subscribe, share, save, whatever. You're going to want to save this if you're going to look for that bending tool. It's a handy little bending tool, but you also have to have a vise to work it on. And it's got to be a big vise like this. It won't work on a small vise. You can't open up the jaws far enough for it to fit in there. So remember that part too. G Bear signing off.